I told you we'd be back very shortly, everybody. And we're back, and we are ready. There's nothing that's going to stop us from putting this run on, and we are here with Killing Pepsi, who will be running 150 sources for TASOMACHI Behind the Twilight. Pepsi, show us this beautiful cityscape you've got on your screen right now.
Oh yeah, isn't it so beautiful? We love the art for this game. Anyways, let's get it going. Give a countdown from 3. 3, 2, 1, go. No time.
Tasso. This game's the best. I haven't run this game. I've played this game though. And it's the best game. And the best run.
Yeah, thank you, Sean, for joining me. Also,
No problem.
All right. You know, I think 2023, or yeah, I submitted this and got it in the Summer Pride. Then I got code for a month, so I had to cancel it. And this time I was like, no, not again.
Fun fact: you're holding like 4 buttons right now? 3 buttons?
Technically, because to do that, so only in the airship. You can hold forward on the analog stick, press W, forward arrow, and numpad 8. Get 4 times movement speed in the airship. We used the key to map it all, so we don't have to break every bone in our hands. But yeah, it's only applicable in the airship movement, which you don't see a whole lot of in this game. Mainly grounded movement.
Yeah, the airship's mainly for vibes rather than content, but this game's got incredible vibes.
Unmatched.
It really is. Like, just the music, the visuals, the architecture. Just such a pleasant game to exist in.
Yeah. So story-wise, I'll just briefly touch on our airship there. It exploded in that strange explosion. We were just passing through this area to get to somewhere else. This cute cat boy, Kagara, look at him go. Look at him shig. Oh my god.
Knock him over.
No.
Dang.
Yeah, he's gonna help us repair our airship. We need to collect our sources of the Earth, the main collectible in this game, to continue to power up our airship to make it to the next areas here. Alright. So, there's an animation button. D-pad right. I missed both of them. So sad.
Bunch of like cute little emotes you can do.
Yeah, you can cycle through like about 10 or so.
You can turn them into animation cancels basically to get out of stuff for free.
Yeah, if we're in like a cutscene or some event, even like a loading screen right there, I just did it. You might have heard that. You can do the animation, press B or circle. I used to flag 4, so circle for me. And then press the animation again to be able to regain your movement. It's a little... doesn't work quite how you'd expect. I'll get into more of the specifics later on. It has some quirks to it. But for now, if I'm doing anything that I can interact with, I'll be double tapping the animation button like right there, just to be able to move a little bit sooner than before. And you'll see a really, really big example of it here. So I'm gonna grab this source. It's gonna start a cutscene. I'm gonna activate animation before, and then after the screen goes black, I'll hit it again, and I can gain control during this cutscene. And I can continue to just make my way out, because... well, real quick here, you'll hear a sound. That's me falling into the water, which sets me further back, which happens to be towards the entrance.
Yeah, he's actually walking around during that cutscene. And that's going to happen a few times throughout the run, and some of them have pretty elaborate timing setups. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that one in particular is like the biggest one. It saves like almost 30 seconds, because you have the addition of the water reset there. But yeah, you'll see pretty much throughout the whole run I'll be doing escalating versions of that animation button tech. It's pretty awesome. So we have 2 sources now. We can repair our airship enough to kind of hobble to the next area with the help of this cat boy here. Get a nice jam. think I just Bernstein Bears myself. I thought it was beyond the Twilight for the longest time. But it says behind right there. What am I... That's a crisis in my head that I'll deal with later, but for now we're in Chiakase Pier. You see, everything's all fogged up. There's some white flames blocking our path. So the flow of this game is we get to an area, we unlock enough sources to get to the first sanctuary in the town, and then once we do that, we unlock more of the town to where we can get to the second sanctuary. And when we beat that, we unlock more of the town, which clears up the fog and makes the the sun come out. It's all nice and pretty. It's a good time. So we want to get to that good time as fast as we can. I'm gonna toggle photo mode real quick there to gain control after falling into the water. Otherwise, you're like stuck in like a 4-second black screen waiting to respawn at the start. You see that a bit throughout the run.
And again, he's doing the animation cancels there with the emotes to, normally there's like a digging animation there, and it makes it so you have to wait longer to get the actual source, which is what we call stars in this game.
Love Mario. Alright, coin, yes! Okay, we just saved 4 seconds.
Yeah, those coin locations, or those small coin locations at least, are somewhat randomized, and you can pay money to skip some of these sanctuary rooms. There's 4 rooms per sanctuary, and you can pay, I think it's 10 coins to skip one, is that right?
20.
20, my bad. Nonetheless, the point still stands, so you want to be getting those coins to skip some of those. As well, there's basically sources you can get later in the game where you just pay money for the source, and so you want to get good coin spawns.
Yeah, we're shooting for 65 coins total to skip 1 sanctuary room for speed, and also to get 2 sources. So yeah, you'll see me more so in the first chunk of the game when our movement
This room has some sauce, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. Had to be careful there. The transition from like standable ground to you're going to slide off and fall is very unclear at that spinning platform, so I need to be extra careful there. But yeah, with the animation...
Oh, I thought that was the room where you got the extra source, never mind.
Oh, that's... yeah, that's actually...
Okay. So it looks very similar, sorry.
Yeah, every room in the sanctuary has a skip, because with the animation button, if we press the animation button and then interact with an object with the B button, but we don't press the animation button to gain ritual again, it stores like a weird grounded state. So when in the air, you see me just like press the animation button, and it looks like I just like touch the ground and then like start falling again. It just gives you a little bit of extra distance. Can I make this like... Oh, rough. How many coins? Alright, this room used to be the big reset point, because there is a skip here that you can do without the animation storage, but it's very hard. So I safe it out here with the animation button, and look at that, I just make it every time, and I don't have to reset 8 minutes into a run and feel bad about myself. So yeah, 4th room done, we unlock the final area where we get the source to clear the fog. And a cool thing about the first sanctuary in each of the towns, each of the 3 towns, is getting the source unlocks you a new ability. So, get it here.
Yeah, we're gonna get a ground pound here, which is... it's got some uses. It's not too transformative with the tech, though there's definitely stuff you can do with it. Especially stuff you can do with it once you have it combined with the other powers you get. But mostly early on, it's just going to be used for stuff you're supposed to ground pound.
Okay. In that blind movement there, I have to avoid a pillar in the center of the room. So I have to be very precise with my timing going like down left, down right. I usually don't get that one, honestly. That is like the hardest one. The second hardest. 3 is worst.
And now we're in a sort of mid-state where it's somewhat foggy, but not as drab as it was before. And there's a few more sources here. Are you going to get sources, or do we
Yeah,
just go right on?
we
Yeah.
need 15 to unlock the next sanctuary, so we're just gonna
Okay.
grab 4 quick ones here. A few coins if I see them.
We're going to use a ground pound. There it is. One thing that's also interesting about the ground pound is you can use it to cancel. You notice when you pick up a source, there's a little bit of like slow motion. And ground pounding during that slow motion will cancel it. So every time he picks up a source, he's going to be doing a ground pound to cancel the slow motion.
Yeah, except for probably this one. I'm gonna save this one out for a bit. I didn't save it up. Okay, we're good. If I fall there, that's a literal 20-second time loss, and that is not a joke.
Just don't fall there. I don't get the issue.
It's so okay. Well, that's so true. All right, this sanctuary now is though with the recent route change is now the hardest one. Pretty much only for one room in particular, because we need to reach a certain amount of sources to skip a segment later. We have to collect a handful extra in the early portion of the game here, and you'll see how we do that here in the next room. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, like I'm like constantly doing stuff like skipping animations, walking when I shouldn't be, you know, like. One of my favorite parts about this run is just how often and consistently you're doing stuff to where like you're never really just chilling. Like vibes are immaculate in the game, but the runner's hands are very much in a state of panic at all times.
That's fine. I don't have to do any of that.
It's true.
I just get to enjoy the vibes.
Here we are. There's a source right there. That's an advanced.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna. Yes. Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
Yo.
That has been haunted. That's the one thing that I hope to get in this run every time I run it, because if you miss that course, you're kind of out of luck with the route.
In each of the sanctuary rooms, there's a second source. I think, is it called like an expert source or something?
Advanced.
Advanced, okay. But you're supposed to get them much later in the game after you have all the movement abilities, and I believe even the level design of the rooms changes once you're supposed to be able to get them. But
yeah,
if you're good enough, you don't need to wait, and you can just get it while you're here.
Okay. It's the curse of Sanctuary 2, where nothing can ever go perfect. There we go.
Nice.
All the way across, sweet. Yeah. Didn't need the animation storage there, but it just helps out a bit. Because the speed you get from slamming into that moving platform can pretty easily vary to where
you... And you can notice that preserving speed is something you can not easily do, but something you can do, and it's going to be very, very important. And well, it's already important.
Bunny hopping in my 3D platformer?
The bunny hop experience will get much more intense.
Nice. Good. Okay, that one's a little not too bad. But...
It's also worth noting that Killing Pepsi is really good at the bunny hopping. As someone who's played this game and as somebody who's tried a bit of routing for this game and is somewhat aware of the speed tech, the bunny hopping is really hard. Yukumo's jump animation doesn't really give too much in the way of good feedback for when you're actually on the ground and you can do a jump again. So you have to kind of just go off vibes and rhythm, and it's really, really impressive because I struggled a lot when I tried.
I think I got it. Okay, sweet. Okay, this one you just have to hold back. This is the easiest one to do. I say that I don't always make it directly into the actual like zone to end, like right there. I should be out by now, but where am I? What? Oh, that was like one Yukumo to the right. Okay, look at this though. We got the fog, and it's very nice. And we're gonna get cleaned up, grab about how many sources? 23, I think, in this section.
I don't have an answer to that question. That's my knowledge of the game is not that detailed.
We're shooting for 45 sources at the end of this segment here. I missed. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get knocked him over. There we go.
Appreciate it.
It's just for you. If they didn't want you to knock over the cat boys, they should have made it such a satisfying
They
experience.
definitely do want you to. The sound associated with it too it's really, really good.
It's still like, it's still funny to me. I've been playing this game for 2 years now. Alright, we're gonna. Movement is pretty limited still. Yeah, we can jog, we can jump, we can slam. We're gonna be doing as many sources as we can really here, excluding just a few. Because of the way the game works, the further you go, the more unlocks in each area. And right now, since we haven't really done much, we don't have a whole lot of options for like what sources we can grab. So we're, as much as we can, to try to be efficient, we're grabbing like big chunks of sources in as efficiently as we can. We have more options later on though. But also, like I mentioned earlier, to be able to pretty much almost not bypass, but like get extra ahead on a certain source requirement, we do grab some extra here. So these 3 coin, the big white orbs there, they're always in the same spot. They always reload whenever you enter a stage. So they're a nice reliable source of coins. The white small dots, the 1 coins, are random where they'll be, but they have set locations where they can be. So like, I'll be walking along, if I see one that's close enough, I'll grab it. And yeah, this big one, I'm gonna save it for later. We can walk away with it. It digs plain.
Alright, don't fall.
We'll see.
I always found climbing these without falling just impossible. But you're much more skilled at it than I am.
Not bad.
Nice.
Yeah, I do love the route. This game, routing is so good, and is by far my favorite experience in just in general when it comes to this speedruns of this game.
Breaking all their pots.
I know, I do feel a little bad about this. Kind of like, you know, how like Link can just like, he's the hero of Hyrule, but he can throw rocks at people and like explode them. It's like, I feel like chaotic lawful here with Yukumo. It gives me a source. They like, are they really that upset?
They give you a source to beg you to stop. Please leave.
Okay, that sounds market. Oh, are we getting? Okay, the music loop happening up around this point. Nice. This is a really good point. That means we're on pretty good pace, honestly.
Nice.
In like photo mode to reach that mid-air source. And animation canceling again. I can just
Big
have the
slide in.
time this one takes. I won't get storage here. Because I need to grab that source up there with a really tight jump. You normally need a different ability to get the extra distance, but hopefully, good. Very nice. Yeah, the edges of platforms in particular are like fairly rounded in pretty much every case, and it really wants you to like walk down the slope, like magnetize you to it. So if I jump too late there, or like walk too late to try to jump, it'll just eat my jump. It'll just send me down. Alright, yeah, we're done with that now. We have enough sources, honestly, to enter the second sanctuary in this area, Sanctuary 4. Like, already, which is pretty good.
Time to give a quick update.
Oh yeah.
So I want to make sure that we all know why we're here. So for Fireside Pride 2024, we're raising money for Point of Pride. Point of Pride is a trans-led 501c3 nonprofit organization providing life-changing access and life-saving affirmation to trans folks in need of health and wellness care via financial aid and direct support. If you'd like to apply for one of Point of Pride's grants or garment programs, get involved as a donor or volunteer, or just learn more about them, visit pointofpride.org. And if you would like !donate in chat, any donation you donate for this is going towards that amazing, amazing charity and that incredibly important cause. It can also help us add some to the marathon by upgrading the Rhythm Doctor run to normal, and by choosing the file name and choosing the state of the other self in Celeste, which is coming up in just a couple of runs. So any and all support you're able to provide goes towards an amazing cause and helps us add some more to the marathon and helps you have a bit of a say in what happens in the upcoming runs coming up. And I would like to take a brief moment to shout out the speedrunner's best friend in every game it shows up in, Photo Mode, for being just an absolute undefeated friend to speedrunners across all games that it shows up in.
It's a reason why every game should have a photo mode.
I entirely agree. That is the best take I've heard in a long time. Thank you for that.
It is so useful in this game, honestly. Alright, this Sanctuary 3 is pretty much all puzzles. These platforms, collision's always there, but you reveal them. Stuff like that, like the teleporter mazes, a literal maze later on that you won't see. But yeah, also, for every $1 that's donated, Sean gets a kiss from me.
Is that true?
So use that as an incentive.
Huge if true.
Huge. Alright. 35 coins? Should be good here. Yeah, this song in this town, Sanctuaries, is also amazing. Watch this maze here. Incredible. How does he do it? But yeah, we're gonna be chilling here. Oh, I should mention though. We mentioned skipping rooms earlier. I'll grab this coin just for fun.
Time to pay to win.
Yeah, this is your addition to the run here.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, isn't this way slower than the other one?
Yeah, we skip a room in Sanctuary 4 normally, but then Sean was like, it's a literal maze. Like
It's so long and it's so boring. It has to be slower. You gotta skip it.
Yeah, it saves about 6 seconds to skip that one.
Anyways, big things are coming up here.
Yes, the run is changing completely.
Yes, the real TASOMACHI starts right now. So what Killing Pepsi just got is, I don't even, what is it called? The air dash? I call it the air dash. It's an air dash, and it lets you gain speed while you're in the air. As you may know, you can bunny hop to preserve speed, and the air dash speed is in fact uncapped. So this game is about to get pretty cool.
Did I make it? Oh no, I got stuck. Boost in midair. Okay, there we go.
Boost in midair, that's what it's called.
I was like, we're probably gonna see it.
Look at that movement. So now the tech is going to be to jump, immediately air dash, ground pound to get to the ground quicker so that you can jump again and immediately air dash and repeat. And you can get some unbelievable speeds while doing that.
Yeah, there's a lot of risk because friction is like huge in this game. There is so much friction in this game, like unbelievable amounts. So if I mess up a bunny hop, then I will be dragged pretty quick down. Cheeky source there. Okay, so I'm coming up here. I'm gonna try to. So you know how in the last area we beat the sanctuaries, and after that it was daytime. It was nice. We've gathered a bunch of sources. We used to do that here as well. I don't need that. But with a route change that saves about 2 minutes, we're gonna do something fun later. We're gonna get a bunch of sources here pretty quick. I'm gonna grab this one while the animation is happening here. Hopefully, nice. Okay, I've been missing that a lot, so that's good. Yeah, we'll see the fun surprise later. Okay, I'm already not making this cycle. I messed up like 2 bunny hops. It's all good here.
Even getting like a somewhat decent amount of speed with the bunny hopping takes a lot of practice. Just because it's so easy to just lose a few frames on the landing and then it's all over.
Yeah. Alright, let's see here. No. Okay. Back up. Back up. We're good. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, now we're pretty much just skip it. We're like, almost every sanctuary room has a really cool strat where we just kind of fly through it. Get some big speed here. Oh, oops. Okay, something did happen there. If you, how to explain this? There's a weird quirk to where if you do a jump, like pretty much at the same time you do an ability off the ground, it will, you'll jump and then it will think that you've already used your ability, so you can't do it again. So I kind of just like jumped. I got bad timing. I usually don't. It's not usually a problem, but yeah, you'll see like how fast friction works. It was just like, oh, you got a weird quirk thing. Oh, you're done. Start walking. Pretty mean. And we're gonna grab another advanced source here. Like this? Really? No, okay. Barely. I'll go the normal way. Just put blocks there.
I was scared there for a second. I did not realize there were invisible blocks.
Oh yeah. Watch this. Oop. Whoa.
How does he do that?
Okay. Make sure I don't hit that blue port, because that would waste 15 seconds. Again, we kind of need all the sources that we have on the route here. We don't have backups until later, until we don't really need them anymore. All right, so I'm gonna do something during this one. I'm gonna count to 10 here and go to the right. Probably a little off. This one's so precise. Oh yeah, just off. So I'm gonna hit this save point and leave. We're gonna quit the speed run, re-enter the speed run, and we're going to the third town. That saves about 2 minutes total because we skip one of these intro cutscenes, and we also can save all the sources we will get in that section for later. Because we'd have to come back to that town anyways, later on, to get enough sources to beat the game. So we just save them all for that segment. It's good. And since the incentive was met, thank you all so much, that was hit so fast. The route I take in this town changes actually quite a bit. Because we skip some of the triggers that actually clear the fog. So we can't really do the nighttime mode. So that would be a problem. So I'll remember to do the skips in a different way. Okay, so I'm gonna go real hard here in the sanctuary. There's been a lot of development.
Okay. Nice.
There's
Nice.
2 hard skips here. That one's pretty tough. I didn't go for the fastest one. I went for a pretty risky backup.
No, I didn't go for the fastest version. I just went for the extremely risky backup.
Oh, the fastest version's like I'd almost never get in a run.
I just like the idea that it's like, no, it's not a safe backup. This is a dangerous backup.
Yeah. Well, there's like 5 versions of a strat I can go for in that room. I was like, I'll go as hard as I can, comfortably go. Very nice. Okay. Here's the. I'll give this one a few tries. This is like the hardest one now. Oh, it ate my slam again. I got the glitch. Oh my god.
Yeah,
okay.
that's so cool.
Let's go.
Because all in all, with the new strats in this sanctuary, it takes about 20 seconds if you can get it quickly over like the old strats. But I've run so many, like 2 different categories of run. When I've gotten to the sanctuary, I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's save 20 seconds. And I usually end up losing a whole minute instead. So I'm like, that's good. Nice. Okay, get back up. The cycle was. I read it wrong at the start because I was a little off, but that's on me. Okay, that's good though. We're out of there with only one little mistake. I'm happy with that. Alright, so normally we would inch up this source in such a way where we grab the source but don't activate the cutscene, and we can kind of just leave. It's much faster because I mentioned earlier the animation canceling isn't quite canceling. It's more interruption and overlap. Probably into a wall here. Okay. So I'm still in the state, whatever Yukumo's state is, once she's in a cutscene or talking to Kagura or picking up a object, whatever. I'm still in that state. I just gain basic movement. I can't use abilities. I can't do anything besides move and jump. So like during these blind walks, all I can do is just kind of just walk towards the exit. But being able to like bunny hop, air dash, and stuff like that makes it so much faster. But it also removes the comfy mode possibilities.
It would be extremely menacing if you could bunny hop and air dash during the exits where you aren't able to see yourself.
Yeah. Well, fun story. Back when I didn't know that like you couldn't use abilities, I was like trying to like dash in like some of those cutscenes. I was like, oh my god, I was so much farther this time. I had such a good dash. I had such movement there. I was amazing. And then I was like, oh, none of that actually did anything. I was just walking. It was so sad. Alright, I'm gonna grab 2 advanced sources here in the first 2 rooms, because they're pretty easy to grab. I say easy. This one didn't used to be easy, but we have better understanding of bunny hops and like slam tech now.
Did we mention you have a double jump now?
We do. We just got a double jump. It does give us a little bit more speed, but the biggest thing is distance in jumps.
Yeah, it lets you do a lot of new stuff. I think. Am I right in saying that in terms of like plain ground movement, it's still better to do jump, air dash, ground pound?
Yes.
Yes. But there's a lot of stuff you can do with a double jump that you wouldn't be able to do otherwise, like that.
Yeah. Oh, double boost there. We're good. That one ate my jump, but I had enough speed, so it didn't matter. If that was Sanctuary like 2, I would have been dead. Big speed here. Alright, this one has a cool skip. I don't think I'm gonna get it now. What? Okay. Try it again. That was strange. There we go.
Nice.
Doesn't actually skip too much, honestly. But, you know.
It does look cool though.
Yeah, a couple seconds, you know.
It looks so cool.
Nothing to sneeze at. I'm gonna try for a try here. Yeah, what? It ate my jump. That's happened so many times this run. I also messed up. There we go. No, it did it again! Oh my god. I don't know how to describe the weirdness that's happening there. it's just like if you jump and use an ability at a certain interval within each other, you leave the ground without having like that ability charge. It doesn't usually happen that much, but I'll chalk it up to nerves, which I don't feel much of honestly right now.
And we're now done with sanctuaries.
Unfortunately, the jams are done.
Oh yeah, there's no jams in the main game at all.
No, okay.
It's
Alright.
the only good song in this game, it's true.
The sanctuary, the different type of jam. Alright? Alright? Is that okay for you? Is that
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright. Okay, now we can activate the comfy nighttime mode. Unfortunately, you don't see much of the daytime in this one because we don't spend a whole lot of time here. Because if we did the normal route, we would end up at the nighttime switch at the very end, and you get 5 seconds. Here. I'm gonna go straight up to there's a clock in one of the 2 houses in each area that you can go into. It is kind of a shame because this is one of my favorite daytime songs. But here we go. Again, shout out to everyone who donated for this. Much love. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I love
thank
showing
you
off
so
this
much.
game.
We raised
Kind.
over $200 for Point of Pride for these comfy nighttime vibes. So thank you all so much for your generous support.
Yeah, I'm always happy to show off as much of this game as I can. Like,
It's such a cool game. Like, the dev has such a unique visual style. They do a bunch of like art books and stuff too, that are all awesome.
let's go up here. Let's get a good view. Yeah. Shouts to Uma No Cross. So I'll give a good view here. Yeah. Here we go. Look at that. Very nice. Okay, I want to get a good dash in this boost pad here. Get this source on the open here. Okay, good. Did not want to miss that.
How much time is that? I guess if you lose it, you get it with the airship?
No.
No, you have to go back and do it again?
Another one. Alright, here we go. Let's go. Come on. Yes!
Nice!
Let's go.
And you can see in the overworld here, outside the sanctuaries, because it's much more open, you have so much space to get real fast.
Yeah, shout outs to Wanba. I saw it in the chat earlier. For helping make that spread a reality. Because I don't... In games, I tend to just, like, grind runs. I barely do much route work, you know? Unless I'm, like, doing a game that no one else has really run, but... In general, I tend to just... load up the game, do some attempts, do some run, you know? But in this game, I actually, like, did a decent amount of stuff here. Not a whole lot. Like, the route, like, Wanba and Little Tombi deserve, like, all the credit, really, for every aspect of this this run out. I did switch up this one quite a bit. This area, at least. I'm pretty proud of how it worked out.
We have time to hop in with a quick update.
Oh, of course.
All right, I want to make sure everyone knows that we are coming up on this bid war here for Celeste. There's only one run in between right now and the Celeste run, so we're losing the opportunity to support. If you'd like to have either the other self on or off, or help name the file name for Celeste. Again, there isn't that much time left, and any donation amount you wish to share not only helps an amazing cause, but also can help determine what happens in this Celeste run coming up. Do you want the other self on or off? And what would you like the file name to be? Right now, the other self is turned on, and the file name is trans rights. But if that's something you'd like to have a say on, time is running out, so be sure if you'd like to be part of that !donate in chat to help influence Maliv's run of Celeste, which is coming up rather quickly, especially as quick as Killing Pepsi is collecting all of these sources.
Nice save on that sign, by the way. I was
Yeah.
really impressed.
didn't
That was
want to-
clever. That was quick thinking.
I would have lost like 7 seconds. I would have been embarrassed to make the climb up. Go. Ooh, okay. That one's a little tricky to not fall in the water there, but yeah, the routing here is pretty nice. We collect those two, and then we kind of loop back around here, and then make our way back up there for real. Get some coins on the way. Yeah, I truly, at this point of the run, is just like where I have the most fun.
It's so cool. The movement at this point, once you have everything unlocked, is just so, like, mesmerizing to watch. It's very, very cool.
I like how you said that. I was like in a tree for 4 seconds blocking everything.
You know, if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't have noticed. Well, I didn't notice.
I'm just surprised I made the jump still. Alright, so that is done now. Hope you enjoyed the night vibes here.
Is it time to repair the airship?
Yes. At 90 sources, you can repair your airship. Like this cutscene right here. It doesn't, on the surface, doesn't do a whole lot. It unlocks like the next, like, I guess the next outer ring of sources in each area. But it also just allows you to progress. But you can't beat the game unless you do this. And again, using that 4 times airship movement with Jordy key here. And the jams will resume once we activate this thing here. Don't worry.
The airship is supposed to be much, much slower than this.
Yes. I think the fast movement overall throughout the run stays about 20 seconds? 25 seconds? It's very, very good.
How much does it save in, like, 100% if you even know, or all sources?
Minutes.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of sources that you need the airship for. We're not going to get too many of them in this run because you have to go all the way to get to the airship. But, yeah. So most of the stuff we do is going to be on foot.
Yeah. 80% 90 sources is complete.
Can you finish the game?
For them. But yeah, we did repair our airship, but we could repair it more while also helping out the area here by actually taking on the root cause of all the fog. So we're gonna do that because we're here to help somewhat. Yeah, so we already saw the daytime version, so we're not gonna be missing out on it, thankfully. So we're gonna go straight to the clock. Get that nighttime mode going. Do some unique movement that you don't see for any other purpose. Oops. Okay, I'll get the source first.
Yeah, there's now these boats that go in cycles around the whole area, but you don't particularly care about those cycles, do you?
It can help if I'm like, if I make a mistake later, but unless I do that, then they're not useful at all. Alright, we're here at the house. Clock, there we go. Yeah, the next area we don't have to change the route up at all, because we already go to the house anyways. But yeah, I'm just gonna awkwardly make my way back to the start here and resume the normal route as the nighttime fully covers. Get enough speed here. Almost. Lights just flickered. Don't do that. Not now.
Skyrim horse your way up here.
But yeah, I love that. Gonna target acquire this cat here. How did I not hit?
Wow!
Amazing.
I can't believe
Absolutely
he didn't knock it
amazing.
over there.
Yeah.
Because it's a pretty, like, you don't even really have to touch them.
You just
It's a very generous hitbox if you want to say it like that.
Yeah. All right. So to distract myself from the lights flickering again. No, don't even think about it. I'm gonna focus on this right here. This one's pretty tough. You need like 5 good bunny hops here. Got 6, so we're good. Right, if the wind could just like chill, we're almost at the end of the run. Right, 116. We're gonna do a cool little thing here. The airship. I'm gonna animation cancel to walk over to the end level trigger, and then start the fade out to exit the area as I grab the source. I started it a little early. I got a little scared, honestly. But we're good. We're at 117. That's where we should be, and we're gonna get a whole bunch of cleanup here. And we do get experience. This is a nice one. I like this one a lot. This vibe and song in this area. Cannot stress enough how good this game is. We'll never stop. Shilling.
Really, really good game.
Yeah.
I really hope, I don't know if they have any intention of making more games, because they're primarily an artist, not press. But I do hope they do.
Yeah, they make genuinely beautiful art.
Well, just being able to exist in one of their environments is so cool.
How to exist a tiny little life. Okay, very good. What? Okay, I pressed the dash button, but didn't do anything. Alright, so we are coming up on the... Hope you enjoyed the song here, because you're about to go nighttime here. And you get a lot of this one, because we still have, like, almost 30 torches to collect. Because we get to 150 in this area. There we go. Oh, look at that. Nope. Game over for a moment. I love it. Oops. Kinda needed that. But I kind of back up. Oh yeah, I can grab this one through the wall.
What's the lore of the trash bags? Are they happy with you getting rid of the trash bags, or are they upset?
Yeah. Well, I can check the text here.
Oh, they're happy.
Sorry. Oop,
That's nice.
Don't worry about
Listen, if someone showed up to my house and offered to take out the trash for me, I'd be pretty happy.
But you're not really, I don't know. Like, what is Yukumo even doing? Is she just like, yeah, dumping it out on the ground? Problem solved.
Hey, it's not in the bags anymore. It's not cluttering.
It's true.
Alright.
At
Don't
least have
need
a
to run
second
back.
part where you have to take them all to the river and throw them in.
Oof. What did Kermit the Frog say? Have we learned nothing? Come on. I don't think they've
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know the reference you're making, so I don't know what Kermit said in this case.
I'm trying to also think what Kermit the Frog said. Kermit the Frog said a lot of amazing things, and I'm trying to figure out which one applies here.
batteries in the ocean. But then I thought, they don't have batteries here. This is not... Well, they have... I don't know where this... Like, the timeline of this game, because they have, like... a floating airship.
like
and they have these huge-
ACs on all the buildings.
Yeah, but like... Oh, come on. This source is so rough. There we go. Gotta angle your head just right to hit it. I don't have a whole lot of speed. I'm gonna try to get a little bit more. Should be good. Okay, don't fall off. Don't fall off.
So scary.
Very nice. Kind of the last round of cleanup here. Try to not fall off. That's nice.
Well, after making our way through these last few sources, if people want to learn more about this game and how it can be speedrun, where should they go?
Oh yeah, of course. Well, I believe this game is like $5 on Steam, pretty much all the time. Maybe 10. I think they've lowered it, but it's very good. I recommend it. You can head to the speedrun.com page. Should have a Discord link. We're not the most, like, I say active, I guess, because it's a case of, like, there's, like, 6 people who run this game. Like 7 now. And we all pretty much speak different languages. But even despite that, we still don't really have trouble communicating. Did I grab this one? I did. But yeah, like, just drop a question. We have a bunch of resources, videos in the Discords, stuff like that. Plus, like, I'll answer any question, honestly. Like, I check the Discord pretty frequently myself. The game is really struggling with my time here, so I'm gonna speed this up. These base sources are kind of annoying because hitting the base like sends you into the air a little bit, which you can slam to like reduce that, but like it's still a little rough to accurately maneuver. It's made a good cycle at least. Gonna wait for it to rise up enough to grab this one. Jump over to this side. Try to keep enough speed to make it across this big gap. There we go. With the collision, I should mention, it's pretty accurate to what it shows. So it's not like you're gonna like bump into something that isn't there, or like think there's collision but you just like fall off. Like, it's surprisingly accurate. Like, this game has some jank. I'd say a very healthy jank.
Jank is what gives it soul.
Yeah, exactly.
Amen.
But yeah, like the like I mentioned earlier with like the rounded platforms, stuff like that, where like as long as you know what's going on, like you're not gonna like just suddenly like fall through the ground or like.
Okay, one more source. Is it the airship one?
Yep. Hopefully I get the exit. I'm gonna be very careful and just like after I get the source, activate the exit. There we go. It takes about 7 seconds to do that. Got the 50. So we're making our way to the last area here. It's a bit of a, I guess auto scroller. It's a 2.5 minute timer. Here, waiting to count down during the segment. Which I used to have mixed feelings on. Now I think it's great because the last thing I want at the end of a stressful like 50-minute run is to like have to do this like completely and figure out a route to do this quickly. Like, oh my god, this is kind of rough. So there's 60 corrupted sources here. We don't have to break any of them at all. However, the thing I usually do is with base movement, I don't like use any of the speed up of the airship. I try to get as many as I can, and I'll donate $1 amount. Anyone would like to join me?
I'll match that donation. So get them all. Come on, do it.
I've gotten it once. My first playthrough. I tend to get around 50. Like on the higher end. Instead of just being like, match my donation. $2 or $60.
Gonna match my donation and you just sit there for like 2 minutes or however long it is.
We want some money. But yeah, I'll use this time to give shoutouts. So I don't. I'm already set the marathon back with the escapades already, so I will not hold any time after the run's over. Yeah, shout out to Sean first of all for being here and also showing me the game in the first place. I would not know this game existed without you.
No
Thank you.
problem.
Again, I mentioned Wanba and Little Zombie. The pioneers of this one, Wanba in particular, kind of started the community and was the first for the active runner and route maker. And then Little Zombie came and pushed every category pretty hard. Made a lot of changes. And I mentioned, yeah, we don't like. Yeah, I'm from the U.S. Wanba's from like Argentina. Zombies from Japan. Like we don't have the.
You speak the language of speed.
Yes,
That's
like,
all you need.
Despite that, all the gaps and barriers there, we genuinely don't have any struggle because we have such a deep love and passion for this game and the run. Like, we don't really need to worry too much about like getting certain things across. So like, shout out to small communities. Also, shout out to Fireside Pride. I think this is my 8th year, and I'm always happy to help support charities that focus on the queer community. Definitely not part of that community, right? Boyfriend Sean?
Yeah. What's up? You want a smooch?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, I'm hitting. Oh, okay, that's more than normal.
54.
Alright.
We pay 54 Canadian dollars. Actually, am I really matching your donation if I do it in my own currency? That feels like cheating on my part, doesn't it?
Kind of does. I didn't realize that, yeah.
I guess I'll do 54 US dollars, otherwise I'll feel bad. Losing out on like 80 Canadian dollars or something.
But yeah, we're after this little cutscene, we walked to the end of a little bridge here, and the end of the run. Time will be as soon as I talk to Kagar at the end, it'll black screen to the end. But yeah, I will not keep any longer, so I will be out of here after that. Come on, we're almost there. Come on. Time.
GG.
Woo. Feels good. What was that time?
That was an amazing run.
50s. Wow, that's a really good time. Okay.
You're a
Yeah.
gamer.
Thank you all so much. Check out Sean's run next. I might be there. But yeah. Peace.
Yeah. We got some familiar voices here that are going to be back here. We're going to take a quick break to step away and set up for Sean's run of Super Alice Dolls, which is coming up next. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. right, everyone. You are here watching Fireside Pride 2024 here on Twitch. If you're just now joining us, welcome. We're really happy to hear that you're here. We're running from December 12th through December 15th for about 16 hours each day, and we are benefiting Point of Pride. To find out more about them, you can find the link to their site in the panels below the stream, or use !charity in chat. If you're interested in donating, you can type !donate in chat, find the schedule by using !schedule, or see the incentives with !incentives. And speaking of incentives, we are getting set up for Super Alice Dolls by Sean. After that run is Celeste, and we have 2 open bid wars for Celeste. You can either turn on or off the other self, which would be playing as the other part of Madeline, and right now that is turned on with $54 towards it, so there's still time if you'd like to turn it off. That's something that you'll be able to do in the Celeste run coming up, as well as naming the file of the run, which right now Trans Rights has a pretty good lead over Small Bean, Power Up Pride, and Pepino Jr., but there is still time if you want to influence that decision. That is coming up in 1 run from now. Later on, we also have Rhythm Doctor, and there's a target open to upgrade that run to normal, which we're already a quarter of a way there. We've got $54 towards that $200 incentive. Thank you so much for that support. Also, and this is a new one, we are able to choose the sleeve design for Rhythm Doctor. And your options are a trans flag, a non-binary flag, purple, teal, or black. So this is a chance for you to influence what we look like when we're running in Rhythm Doctor. We've got purple, teal, black, trans pride, and non-binary pride colors. All of those options are available for you to choose from right now for the upcoming Rhythm Doctor run. But that's coming up in a little bit. Right now, I am very grateful for the opportunity to have been here. This is the last you're going to hear from me on the microphone. I appreciate all of you so much for being here, for supporting Point of Pride, for cheering on the runners, and for helping make this event so incredibly successful. You are going to be in very, very good hands because Dangerous is going to be coming on the microphone following me. But up until then, take care. Don't go anywhere. We are going to be right back with Sean running Super Alice Dolls. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.